So you mentioned your real name at the beginning of this episode, right?
Yeah, my name is Agnes.
Is there anything...
Why did you say it like that?
Yeah.
My name is Agnes.
You're saying it like an android. Like, my name is Agnes.
For the record, not even my family calls me that. So that's why I also didn't come out with it, because it was...
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. But like, is there like anything else? I mean, I guess we're just going to dedicate this trash taste to like new things that Aki's never said.
107 things you didn't
know about Aki Dearest.
Oh, God. Okay. I don't even know where to start. I mean, like, I was mentioning earlier, I could probably talk about the fact that I was in military school for like, or military class for like 4 years. And
what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
So it's called NJROTC, Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, and it's...
God damn, that was drilled into you, man.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to repeat that?
What's the purpose of this?
It's when you want to go into the military, and so when you
want to go into the military?
Yes.
Okay.
To fight for their country. But yeah,
I noticed that's a very American thing. It's because like I feel like in England,
very patriotic.
Yeah, it's very patriotic because in England nobody talks about wanting to go to the military.
Yeah,
I feel like people almost just find themselves in there.
You rarely hear about kids who are like 15, 16 who want to go in the army unless their parents are in it.
Right.
Yeah, so I remember when I came out on Twitter, I was just like, oh, because my mom had showed me like this old photo album, and there was one of me in high school in my dress blues. That's the term for the uniform. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, you know what? I never actually came out about that, and that was like a huge part of my life.
So what age do you start that?
When the moment you hit high school, you can do it.
So what do you have to do?
Did you decide to do that, or did your parents decide?
I did.
Well, because you, from age like 14,
you
like decided I want to join the military.
So I did not join.
So American.
No. Okay, so my reason for joining wasn't exactly for like the most patriotic reason. It was because had a crush back in high school. He was part of it, and then he was like, oh yeah, like it's pretty cool in here. And then I joined, and it didn't work out, but I stayed because I actually started to like it.
Literally joined the military to impress a boy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was weird. So when I came out about it on Twitter, I had like this huge imposter syndrome. No one expected that of me, but
like you're not like, so you can join this thing, but you're not like, you don't have to join the military.
No, well, okay, so the one that I took in high school, which by the way, mine was actually the strictest in the entire country. This isn't just me saying it, like you can look it up, but like when you can join military if you want, and you get credited more, like when you join ROTC in university or go to military academies. So
it's like an extracurricular activity?
Basically.
Right.
But you get credited really well, especially at the one that I went to.
So like how many hours a week would you do for it?
Well, the average high school student has 8 classes. ROTC is part of that schedule, plus another one, so I had 9 classes.
So what do you have to do in military school?
Oh God. So a lot of people have misconceptions that like you have to learn how to fight and use a gun or whatever, but that's not for high schoolers.
Was it like super strict? Did you have to wake up at a certain time?
So it's a very disciplining thing. It's not for everyone. A lot of people get out in their first year. I stayed for all 4. Yeah. But basically, like. So you have like once or twice a week you have to wear your uniform, and it has to be completely perfect. They look at every crease and fold. Like you had to iron it well. Like every time I put my hair up in a bun, they had to check for a little flyaway. So that shit had to be like gorilla glued down, you know, which I didn't do.
Gorilla glue on that
which I didn't
do. You saying this makes so much sense because like we hang out like outside of this, and
I think this has caused me to have the biggest resting bitch face ever.
And like there will be certain moments where you go into what I call mum mode, right? Where, you know, everyone else is a fucking monkey and then you're just like there and you're just there to sort shit out.
Yeah.
And it's when something goes wrong, you're just like, okay, mum mode activate.
And
you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to sort that out.
Yeah.
Hearing this makes so much sense now.
She walks into a room and is like, there's not enough discipline in this room. Time to slap it in.
So the program I was into, it's an extremely disciplining course and you get credited a lot back if you go into university.
So what's like a typical day?
So in the school, you have to like go through inspection. So you all march outside and then you stand at attention and you have to just like, you have to learn the art of not showing any expression. And then you have to sound off, so someone comes in front of you, the drill inspector, or instructor, and then he asks you a question, and then you have to yell it in his or her face and say, sir, ma'am, and answer the question that he had. If you stutter, then you get chewed out a lot. It's a very disciplining thing. They're so for example, in front of me, like you would shit your pants every time, like when it was inspection first thing in the morning. So if I had a girl in front of me, I'd be so nervous. I'd say like, "Good morning, sir," and then she'd chew me out a lot.
Chewing out as in like just screaming.
Oh
in your
yeah,
face.
yeah. Chewing out is the term that we use when you're getting yelled at a lot.
Yeah.
So and then along with, I don't know if any other ROTC course ever did this in high school as well, but I did train also for 4 days every year at USMC, United States Marine Corps in San Diego, and that's with real drill instructors where you have to go into the barracks, you get pushed.
This is so bizarre.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I'm telling you,
what
I
the
had a
fuck?
huge big imposter syndrome, and I can't believe I never came out about this on the internet. But yeah,
Because it just completely goes against
Against
your
who-
personality.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I told you, there's a whole different part of my life that has nothing to do with this.
Because all I think of when it comes to like military class is like, you know, that scene in fucking Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the dude's just like fucking yelling at them.
I honestly thought to make a video of me reacting to military movies and like ROTC movies just to see if they're accurate enough. But like, yeah,
Ex-military professional reacts.
well, like, so I'll just tell you this: like, being at USMC, you're never gonna get like more verbally abused than like having 4 Marine instructors.
So-
and,
Yeah, I can
yeah.
imagine.
So what?
When did you decide you weren't going to join the military? Then?
That was
Because if you completed all 4 years, I guess how many, like, what percentage of the class that completed 4 years went on to join the military?
Wait. Oh, everyone that enlisted, like how many got?
Like how
Yeah.
many? Like
How many
that-
ended
that
up going
finished,
to the
like,
military?
Actually went to the military.
I'd say like at least like maybe half.
Huh?
Yeah,
How?
like it was 50-50 because the thing is like when you're
It's
in
like
this
university,
program.
it's like 4 years. You figure out you don't like it.
Yeah, well, no, because like people join this program not just to join the military. It's because it looks very good on your resume. So like you can literally do a lot of things just by saying that you even did this in the first place because
right.
it's literally like not for everyone.
It's like doing like, you know, Duke of Edinburgh, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it just looks good on your resume.
yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's what they said.
I'd
but-
say like when I first joined, every friend that I made, I'd say I only had one friend left by the end of it. Like, and
Did you enjoy it?
you know what? You feel actually a sense of accomplishment when you do it,
That
especially.
doesn't sound like you enjoy it.
Yeah, no, like it's
I don't feel a sense of accomplishment for things I enjoy.
So like if when you're in it, like every day of your life, you're like shitting your pants, like not wanting to get yelled at, and it's like I really hope I don't fuck up, like shining shoes and all that, like and just the physical and mental,
I
like
just don't know why people would want to do this.
it's because
Yeah.
it makes you because you toughen up, and I feel like people are a lot
There's
stronger. than
other
they
ways
think.
to toughen up. I
No,
feel
but
like.
like-
I've met.
It's a learning
So like
experience.
yeah, it's a learning experience, and I feel like in any other situation, people would call what I went through abuse, but like you go in like and with the possibility of going to the military, and you have to be strong. So in order to do that, you're pushed to your limits.
I've met some people who joined because they felt like they needed someone to like guide them, like tell them what to do, and,
Yeah.
and get their
Yeah.
shit together.
Pretty much, and it's not for someone who doesn't like being told what to do. I can tell you that.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, and the actual Marine Corps base, I remember like you'd be yelled at for like pretty much the entire day. Then you'd go to bed at like midnight, and you get to sleep for 4 hours, and that's the only time of peace that you have to yourself. And at 4 a.m, the drill instructors like come banging on the door, and then they like rip your sheets off, and then they tell you to get up, and you have to stand at attention, but you're like all dizzy and stuff. And then by the time I ranked up to chief petty officer, which I guess it's just high ranking, I got to be one of the people to chew out other like cadets.
That would have been fun.
You know what?
How
All
did
of
that feel?
so satisfying. so yeah, I went through like 3.5 years by this point being yelled at, and then now you get to be the person to yell at other
Making
people.
a bunch of psychopaths, aren't we?
So basically, like we'd have like our I guess our like a platoon leader. We'd be lined up in front of the door of like our assigned cadets, and then she'd like whisper and count to 3, like, and then on 3 you all have to like smash the door and get open, and then just
You
go
basically
ham.
like fucking Kool-Aid Man that
Essentially,
shit.
yeah, that's essentially what I did, and I made a few people cry at that. So I'd
Why
like
do
get
you
up.
so proud? What the
Yeah, because
Like, yeah, fuck
Is
them
that like a
up.
badge of honor that you wear there?
but it's because like it's so unexpected when you first meet me. you
Achievement
don't-
unlocked, course trauma.
Yeah.
we got 3 criers in here. Let's see if we can cry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to see your medals or achievement. How many people you made cry? How many kids you made cry?
Yeah. So no, I don't know. It was a learning experience, and again, it's not for everyone. But once you're done, like you're at least proud that you did it.
That's that. You know what that equivalent is? That's the equivalent of like, you know, being like the youngest in high school and you having to like wait for the seniors to go on the bus first.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then when you become the senior, you're
That's
like, out of the
exactly
way,
what-
kids. I waited 5 years for this shit.
That's exactly what that is.
All I'm thinking is, you must have really fucking liked this boy. What the like, like?
I mean, I was a freshman. I was like 14 or 15. So
Yeah,
I
but
was like,
still, even if there was like the girl of my dreams and she's like, finna go to the army, you want to come? I'd be like, I'm good. I'm good.
I
right?
don't know about that one.
Well, I
I'm
wasn't
good.
really like told properly like how strict ROTC was, and I didn't realize that we were the strictest in the entire country. But then,
But you would have figured that out like first couple of times.
Yeah,
right?
but then
the
I
kind of
stayed.
person who's like, I'm gonna do it and ask questions after.
Yeah, no, I am. And when I was experiencing it, like I stayed because I was like, I don't know, I actually really like this.
What did you like about it?
I don't know, because like it's really pushing you to your limits. To rank up, you have to do well in academics, and you have to do
Yeah.
well in physicals, and you have to completely like pass it with flying colors if you want to get to the rank that I did, which took 4 years.
So you say you got into this because you liked a boy.
Yes.
Was there like a point or a moment when you like in your first
This
year
boy isn't worth it.
in your first year when you just had this realization of, oh shit, this is what I've gotten myself into. Fuck me.
Oh yeah, no, that was like in the first day.
I feel like.
And yet you were like 4 years easy.
I feel like without people like you, we wouldn't have raves because you're the kind of person who would turn up to something like, well, I guess I got to do it now.
Yeah.
No one likes the rave when they turn up, and I just leave. But
It's funny, when I was 18.
I'm committed. I'm here now.
You know,
Yeah.
what's funny, when I was 18, I actually held a rave. That was during a very different Aki time.
Where?
My house.
What?
You
Yeah.
held a rave in your house?
Yeah.
Parents would execute me on
Yeah.
the spot if they found that
Sounds
out.
like
Yeah.
an American Pie plot there or something.